a few episodes of What If and Spider-Man: No Way Home. That's one on one hand.
Did you name off the first Doctor Strange?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the first thing. Yep.
All right.
But then if you're gonna get like real like anal retentive nerd about it, which I sometimes do, you go
I like anal.
you go Doctor Strange, you go part of Thor Ragnarok because he's got a cameo in that.
Ah.
You go Avengers: Infinity War and Endgame. You go 3 episodes, or you do all of WandaVision, all of Loki, 3 episodes of What If, Spidey: No Way Home, and that wonderful post-credit scene from Morbius. That would be the,
Yeah.
that'd be if you're going like, hey, are you gonna rewatch anything specific before it?
I'm gonna watch What If definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I think if you haven't watched that at all, you should just watch the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I haven't watched Doc Strange in a. I mean, because he's my favorite, but man, that movie is. It's good. It's just.
I didn't look at the cast list, but was that Matt Mikkelsen who played Caecilius?
Yeah.
I'm getting better at this.
Yeah, and he was kind of like.
He was fine.
Yeah, he wasn't Mads Mikkelsen-y, you know? Like, he
Yeah.
usually just comes in and shoot like Gary Oldman, kind of just chew scenery, you know?
Yeah, I mean, he was like, he had the one little bit too with Doctor Strange, which I forgot, where he was like calling him Mr. Doctor, because like he was only giving him like one part of his name each time. No, it's Doctor.
I also don't really care about Rachel McAdams, really.
Love Rachel McAdams.
Yeah, I mean, Notebook
She's a
style,
babe.
but
No.
yeah, but she doesn't fit. I don't know.
She was in a great movie with. Hang on. Yeah, she's good.
What? You were gonna say something super
No,
gay?
State of Play with Russell Crowe.
Oh.
I kind of want to know, like, are we gonna find out in like this one? Because I know she was in the trailer. Like, did she move on? Did he like make no attempts to contact her since Doctor Strange? Because we haven't seen her since.
Because I wonder if they're gonna do like a Clea thing.
Well,
in this.
Well, Clea's Clea, and what's her head was what's her head.
Yeah, but like, there's been no mention thusly. Maybe they just say, "Hey, in the past couple of years, I've been banging some broad I met on Bleecker Street." You know.
it definitely looked like in the trailer that she was like coming out of like a wedding or a church or something. So either she married somebody in this universe, or we're seeing like an alternate version.
She married Baron Mordo.
I think people better buckle up because there's going to be a lot of bait and switch and.
There's already like just having rewatched Doctor Strange.
No,
like,
but with all these different possibilities and stuff, because I mean, that's what the multiverse is. You can get all sorts of crazy
I had
shit.
forgotten, but I didn't really remember to the extent that Mordo was like a straight up murderer in that like post credit scene.
Yeah.
And like then in the trailers, like he's kind of trying to do the whole moral high ground thing. He's like, "You fucked up the universe, Doctor Strange." I'm like, well, how many people did you kill since the last time we've seen you?
Yeah, because he went full dark side in that movie. Basically.
Yeah, but now he looks like he's
At the end, right?
He looks like
Yeah.
He looks like how what's his name, Heimdall looks just before he died, like all dreaded up and like.
Because in the books, their morals kind of are at the same level, but they kind of see things. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like Professor X and Magneto.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you can get, there's so much shit, the Brother Voodoo stuff, and...
Yeah, I don't know if Marvel's ready for him yet. They might have a place where they want to introduce him.
Yeah. Now, speaking of Marvel stuff, does everybody watch the latest...
Moon Connect?
Moon, is it?
Yeah.
Guess what? I caught up on 2 and 3.
Okay. What did you think of the last episode?
You liked it. I didn't care for it, but it wasn't bad. We got more Moon Knight out of the deal, which was cool.
I think I figured out that Mr. Knight is not its own identity. That Mr. Knight is just Steven when he puts on the suit.
Right.
Like, as opposed to its own like altered personality.
Right. But that.
What do you mean by that?
So
like,
when Steven calls for the suit,
summon the suit.
He's Mr. Knight. When
Mark does it, he's
Mark
in
Spector
the
calls it, he's in the full.
Yeah, because you notice like when he's Mr. Knight, he's still Steven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's like talking to Layla and whatever, but he's himself.
But here's the problem.
Huh.
And I hate to compare Moon Knight to Batman, but I'm gonna. So Batman is always Bruce Wayne in the costume. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Batman is Bruce Wayne's alter ego.
Yeah.
No.
Really,
yeah.
what we've learned over the years
that's
is he's Batman all the time and he's Bruce Wayne sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Yeah.
But with Moon Knight in the comics, Mark Spector was Mark Spector, and then when he was Moon Knight, he was possessed by the power of Khonshu.
Khonshu.
And so that's why because Khonshu is the spirit of vengeance for whatever. That's why he's so violent and brutal. And we're sort of not getting that with this version of Moon Knight on the screen.
I have a question. Maybe you guys can fill me in on.
Yeah.
The dude who's looking for Ahmet, what's his name?
Ethan Hawke's.
Yeah, Ethan Hawke's character.
Arthur Harrow.
Yeah, all right. So he was the old
He was
Moon
he
Nizzle.
he was the avatar for Khonshu before, so it seems.
Is that represented in the older books? Because I haven't gone back yet. I said I was going to. I haven't.
I don't know. I haven't gone back that far
Yeah.
either.
Because
But-
like,
I think that's a show thing.
because it sounds like Khonshu is just a complete piece of shit who just uses and abuses his avatars.
Kind of.
Doesn't care.
Kind of, but like with
Kind
the
of.
powwow with the other gods, it seemed like he pointed out he's like, I was banished because I still wanted to be around humanity, and I guess the other Egyptian avatars were like kind of, I said it to Aller, they're kind of trying to be like the Eternals,
And
where they were
walk
there,
away.
but like not in like the lives of humanity.
But it kind of looked like Osiris was in with that Arthur dude, right? Like
At the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't quite figure out what was going on there. So, and Khonshu, I also didn't really understand. You pointed it out, but like, why did he do the thing with the sky? Like where he moved back the
Oh,
sky.
he had to find the exact constellation at that time.
So that they
So
could
it would have
match
been
it
like
up to their little
450
map.
BC,
Yeah.
right?
I'm gonna
So-
do this, but there's a cost.
Yeah.
They could have done it on a computer, but
How come? Well, I guess they could have predicted it.
that guy that's always finding King Tut's tomb in Egypt now, Doctor whatever his name, was always
Yeah,
running.
but he doesn't know what the sky looks like in 420 BC.
They do
You
it on the-
fucking drunk asshole.
They do it on the Discovery Channel, dude.
Drunk asshole.
Yeah, but they're guessing. He needed to be exact because
Yeah.
it's up
Oh.
to miles.
Yeah.
Dude, what are you, a fucking noob with
Okay,
this shit?
whatever.
bro?
Whatever. I just wish they.
What the fuck is this?
That's mine.
Finders Keepers?
I found it, so I'm keeping it.
Shit.
So I just wish they'd do more where Moon Knight's Moon Knight, not
Okay, and I
Goofy
also
Stephen Grant.
Yeah.
or-
We still got 3 episodes.
I know.
want them to stop doing this. I don't know. I'm just jumping back in. I've had enough of that.
Yeah.
Let's get our story going here. We have 3 more episodes.
Yeah.
Well, we know the story at this point. You got to stop Harrow from resurrecting Anna.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe it's just because I've had a rough week and I'm a little tired or something.
Yeah.
But were you guys following the fight scene through Egypt and then the jumping? Like, was Steven taking over for Mark or?
Well,
I think there might be even another guy, right?
So we were hashing this out earlier, and they're supposed to be, right? What's his name? Jake Lockley or whatever.
There's another fucker.
Yeah.
They haven't
Yeah.
shown him the show yet, but he was the one that was like the driver. He was like
Yeah.
he was his driver in like the first Moon Knight series, but
Yeah. You know Moon Knight #1?
Yeah.
they retconned it where
Yeah.
he was like a personality.
Yeah.
And he was on the roof, right? Remember the roof fight in Egypt?
Yeah.
And he's like, "You did this, no, you did this." So neither of them did it.
So I think
Ah.
there's
The only thing is, I don't think they've tipped their hand yet, because like when they did the thing later on where they were like trying to accuse Arthur in front of the gods,
Yeah.
Arthur only named, Stephen, Mark, and Khonshu. So if there's another personality in there, even he doesn't know it. I'm just saying.
It's schizo Batman.
It's making you guess and think and stuff. So
Yeah. I mean, I think on some of these shows they make you guess a little bit too much and
yeah.
start
So-
giving me some answers in,
Yeah.
in episode 4.
Absolutely, I agree.
So for the eagle-eyed fans out there, there was 2 quote-unquote MCU references in episode 3. Madripoor gets brought up.
Ah.
Madripoor we've gotten canonized through Falcon Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Yep. So Madripoor they brought up, and apparently somebody who's really got like nothing but time on their hands pointed out that the passport that he's got in the duffel bag or whatever
Uh-huh.
was issued in 2018.
Who watches that?
Right,
Dude,
right.
Madripoor has something else with something.
Wolverine.
Patch.
It's a big Wolverine
Okay.
destination.
Maybe that's.
Yeah, but
If
I
you're
mean,
reading Patch, that's
Okay.
in Patch.
Mhm.
Yeah, that must have been the thing.
so but somebody pointed out they're like, so that must mean that Mark survived the snap if he had a passport that was issued in 2018. I know, it's deep nerd shit.
That's the shit that's cool, though.
Yeah, so we know that Moon Knight might have been running around while there was half a planet of nobody. So
Maybe that's how he got the scarab so easily.
Maybe nobody's guarding shit.
Yeah. Now what? So I also have a theory about this upcoming episode.
Mm-hmm.
I think Arthur knows that Ahmet is gonna fuck all of his people up, and he's just sending them to a slaughter. He doesn't care.
Yes.
But they haven't really described what kind of happens when Ahmet gets released, or have they? Did I miss
No.
that?
Honestly, in a really weird way, because again, like I watched that episode right after I rewatched Doctor Strange. There's a really weird like Caecilius to Dormammu comparison the way they're doing with Arthur and Ahmet. Like Caecilius would have easily thrown all his like people to Dormammu
Yeah.
just to get ultimate power.
That's true.
Yeah, so it's like this is a Marvel thing, you know. Do what you must to get what you want.
God, that's just such. I mean, I know I brought it up before, but that was such a bummer that Dormammu ended strange. You know.
I chuckled about it.
Yeah. I mean, Dormammu's so fucking cool.
Yeah, and they brought him down to nothing, kind of.
Yeah, kind of like just. He just got annoyed to death. You know, I mean, I can do that to people, so that's one of my.
He's like, you will never win. And he's like, yeah, but neither will you. And he's like, I don't mind.
Yeah, we'll just sit here forever. And
Release me.
I think I've been so pumped that because Doc Strange never got any love forever, and then kind of when he joined the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I'm like, well, okay, but now he's just so fucking badass,
Mm-hmm.
and I think this movie really, I think he's gonna take over the Tony Stark kind of linchpin.
Somebody already pointed that out with No Way Home, the way he kind of like stepped in to be the mentor
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
Well, I have a real problem. I think Marvel made a mistake by killing off.
RDJ.
Yeah, RDJ's Iron Man,
Mm.
because it took away that sort of mentoral type. Is that a word? Mentor.
yeah,
Mentor.
mentoral.
Mentorship.
Whatever. The guy that does that from the movies.
Yeah, but I think that was sort of the point. Like at the end of No Way Home, he doesn't have a mentor anymore. He's on his own.
Yeah, fully and truly.
He's graduated to.
Yeah, but other people need
Mhm.
guidance from.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Did
Like that kid, the one that showed up at his funeral, Harley.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, he's gonna be the new Iron Man.
Well, I mean, did
No.
Downey Jr. want to stop playing Iron Man? Because, dude, I mean, they could easily bring him back through a separate universe horseshit deal.
Well, we could get.
Yeah, maybe.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, maybe they're hoodwinking us with Tom Cruise, and it turns out it's RDJ.
I don't mind Tom Cruise. I think he's kind of like a real shitbird, but
Marvel's not.
he might be good.
Yeah.
Marvel's not known for like the shit that we all think we figure out about their movies.
Yeah.
It's never really what we think
No.
it is.
I mean, has it ever been? I can't even think of
It's
something.
Mephisto.
No, it's
I've been saying that for
Who's Mephisto?
whatever the bad guy is. I keep saying it, and nobody wants to listen to me.
On that note, one of the things I found in the collection today was a Mephisto thing. I was pricing before you got here. $225 for a Mephisto action figure.
I get so excited when you find these things and you're like, oh, it's 3,000.
Yeah.
Fuck!
Yeah. And you can still get some stuff that you get that.
Is it the Marvel Age?
It's Marvel Select. Is this from 2007?
You have it here?
I'll show it to you after.
I'm gonna take a look at that.
You what?
I'm gonna have to take a look at that.
Oh boy. It comes with a little stone like chair, or maybe it's made of bones. Who knows? But it looks like a chair from like the.
You know how much I love bone chairs.
Mm,
You dare bring that up to me at
Yeah.
a time like this?
yeah.
You sick
time
shit.
of need.
Hey, fucker.
Hey.
Read any comic books? Because I have a little rant I'd like to go on.
Read any comic books? Is that
Yeah.
what you said?
Yeah. Man, isn't this a comic book podcast?
Yeah, kind of.
You
Yeah.
fucker.
Quote unquote. No
What did I
promises.
read last week?
What would you read today?
What did I read? Well, I read next week's
Yeah,
comics
I
today.
know.
Did you read Batman Beyond yet?
Mhm.
Was it good?
I'd read it last week too.
Yeah.
I
That
mentioned it
got
on the
good.
podcast.
That got good reviews. I
was
didn't
good.
read it. Did you read it?
No, but I did read Spider-Punk #1.
How'd you? Oh, what'd you think of that? You love it?
I love Spider-Punk.
Mhm.
I have like a lot of the variants, and it's just a cool character. I think it's kind of like niche. And
Is it still Peter Parker?
no, it's Hobie.
Brown?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Prowler.
Is
Um,
Howie Brown in another universe?
Yep. And Riri Williams is the Iron Man offshoot.
All right, so that's not really any different.
No,
Yep.
but we have a character called Captain Anarchy.
Yeah.
How's that?
So they're fighting Kraven outside of said spider base.
Mhm.
And then they get into like, oh man, that was quite a fight, eh, Cap? And he's like, yep. He's like, I gotta go suck face with this dude for about 4 panels. And I'm just like, what the fuck? I don't mind. I think representation is good. But when it's just like, hey, good fight, yeah, suck face with a dude. No transition. Just like, what the fuck?
So here's the real question that the internet will excoriate you for, or not.
Yeah.
Would you say the same thing if we were reading that Iron Man Hellcat annual and they like blew up some people like, hey, let's go suck face for 4 pages?
I think it would be weird. It would be odd.
Yeah.
And maybe it wouldn't hit me the same. And you're right. You're right.
You know
about
why
that.
it might not for that though specifically? Because Tony Stark's a horn dog.
Yeah, it's like
And they have a relationship. I don't know.
because
He's about to
Captain
propose to her.
because Captain America in the traditional sense is very kind of about his business, doesn't show emotions, isn't a lovey-dovey guy. I mean, you know, I'm not much
Yeah,
of
him,
a
have
Cap.
him and Sharon Carter ever actually done anything? They smooched.
Yeah.
They did anal
Yeah.
beats
Yeah.
in the end of
Yeah.
Infinity
Yeah.
Gauntlet.
It was,
Yeah, like she just
Yeah.
ripped him out and he shit all over
but I think
Thanos.
That is what we
Here's-
call a callback.
Hey-o!
here's the problem with Sharon Carter, and it has. I think she's died like 27 times,
Mm-hmm.
and they brought her back. But there's also Peggy Carter
Mm-hmm.
that they've died off and killed
yes.
and brought back
Is she
27
actually
times.
MCU canon or like Marvel Comics canon yet?
Yeah, I don't know who. I don't know, but they're both in Captain America somewhere.
I mean, I like Peggy Carter.
So they were his girlfriend, and then, oh shit, I forget her name. There was a point where he was dating this girl when he was pretending to be a cartoonist or something, in the 80s and 90s.
Remember when Cap took that really weird run where he became like a Nazi
Oh, that was-
sympathizer?
Yeah, Secret Empire.
Yeah, that was. Yeah,
Well,
we don't
well,
talk about
so
that.
the
Yeah,
thing
that's,
about
that's yeah.
that was the like,
Number one
weird
rule.
that was the weird thing where they said that like the Marvel universe like as it is was the alternate universe, and really like the universe was supposed to be Cap being like evil and you know what I mean, like Hydra ruling the world.
Really?
So like yeah, that's what that whole event was about. And then there was like you got given a choice at the end. It's like okay, well, do we want to put it back to the alternate, or you know? And I mean, we went back to the alternate because you know a world where the world is destroyed and Hydra rules the world and all that is just, and Cap is evil. Just not doing it.
Yeah, it's like a Man in the High Castle style. It's
Basically,
like,
yeah. But that's the thing. Like for us, that's an alternate universe, and the way they tried to depict it was no, we're the alternate universe, and that was the normal. Twilight zoned us.
Yeah. The new Doctor Strange is okay.
New Doctor Strange comic.
Yeah.
Oh, it's strange.
Yeah, I'm a couple weeks back.
Yeah.
But
The covers for that have been.
yeah.
I'm starting to scale back some of the Marvel stuff that I get in trade, and like so I was getting Doctor Strange, and I ordered the Death stuff. I don't know if I want to read Strange.
Yeah,
Like,
the Death of Doctor Strange stuff was it's just like wow. I was like, why is
Right.
this even happening?
Right.
It has no.
well, he's not. No. That's
Yeah,
what's
but
happening.
He's gonna be back probably in the. I don't know.
It's called the marketing.
Is there anything in the upcomings that you're seeing with new Doc stuff?
No.
No.
How far out do you guys get?
2 months.
2 months? Okay.
And I mean, at this stage of the game, it's not even really a secret anymore. It's like, heck, the internet knows the 2 months
Yeah.
before we do. You know what I mean? Like they'll be like, the full Marvel and DC will be revealed, and then within a few days we'll get the preview. So it's
I'll
like,
have guys that try to order books before like I even know that they exist.
Yeah.
They'll call and they're like, "Oh, I want to sign up for some." And I'm like, "What's it called?" And I'm like looking in the computer. It's not in the
doesn't
computer.
exist yet.
Doesn't exist yet. And it's because they found out on the internet, and they're like, "Oh, I like Doctor Strange. I want to order Doctor Strange Born Again."
Huh.
And you're like, well, "I don't even know what you're talking about
Born
because
Again.
I didn't hit the internet that second."
Internet.
Yeah.
Internet.
I've been catching up on the Donny Cates Thor. That book is fucking fantastic.
That's another like his book right now is making me secretly hyped for Thor, and I'm really like as we get closer and closer to Doctor Strange movie, I'm like, why the fuck have we not seen or heard dick about Thor 4 yet, which is in July?
What?
They're like
Do
being
we know
super-
anything? Bad guys? Like what
we
the
know-
fuck are they
we-
even doing?
We know the Guardians are in it
Yeah.
with Thor, and we know Jane Foster's in it. Oh yeah, we know Christian Bale
Better Bill.
is Gore.
Oh.
Gore the God Butcher.
That's
So there's a lot of like
that could be fucking
Yeah.
sweet.
yeah. So there's a lot of like little tidbits here, but there's been no
He's just walking
connective
around
tissue.
with the axe, just-
Yeah, but
Um,
Gore the God Butcher isn't like a huge, like a ton of stuff.
Remember when he had the axe?
No,
in
it's
the-
it's within the last like 10 years.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
small.
like that was I picked up that whole run by Jason Aaron. I'm really happy about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have those too.
both because they'll be going up and because it was a good run. Like, yeah, that was all the God Butcher stuff and what else? It was the shit that introduced like the goddaughters of Thunder or whatever,
Yeah.
like his like granddaughters when he finally becomes All Father.
He's like a million years old at
He
the
just
end
looks
of
like
the universe.
Yeah, he just looks like Odin at
Yeah.
that point.
He looks awesome.
Yeah.
So speaking of Thor, I, read my books from next week today. I don't
nice.
know if I'm Back to the Future,
Nice.
but Thor, not Thor, but no adjective, Hulk,
Titan.
yeah, is just awesome. It leads to Banner,
A Banner of
Yeah.
War. Okay.
Banner of Hulk or Thor.
Yeah, the Hulk.
See, I haven't been reading that. You've been saying such good things about it.
Yeah,
I gotta
no,
check it out.
I look forward to it. I'm surprised I waited as long as I did. We got our books around 11:30 today.
Yeah.
Because you didn't like Immortal, right?
No, not that Immortal was bad.
Immortal started getting shitty at the end.
Everybody-
Immortal was pretty great.
It started out.
So I missed the beginning of Immortal,
Mm-hmm.
and
Like the No Way Home.
Yeah,
X-Men shit,
I wasn't
or,
in on
Avenger stuff.
yeah,
Mhm.
I wasn't in on any of that, and so then people started chirping about how great it was, and I went back and I read the trades, and I'm like, it's good. It's good, but
It was- The reason why it was so cool was there was like two things about it as it was coming out. It was the Alex Ross covers,
yeah,
and it was like a horror book almost.
Yeah, plus Hulk
Yeah.
was a sick fuck again.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
just, I'm gonna
Yeah.
fucking...
Honestly, I mean, like people don't talk about this, but there was the last couple runs of Hulk have gotten like
Well, we had-
progressively better.
we had the Amadeus Cho. Some of that stuff was just.
I'm
not
talking
good.
Bruce Banner.
Yeah,
Like no, we're not talking
yeah.
like totally.
Well, I love
awesome.
the Peter David run that got us.
There was one.
They got us Maestro. 'Cause
Yeah.
if you think about Maestro, that's like just super depressing.
Yeah, super dark, super fucking
Yeah.
dark.
Yeah.
And then, anyway, so this new Hulk, I can't say enough good things about it. And
There was a run before the Immortal Hulk, and I really can't remember who wrote it, but
Al Ewing.
well. So I'll describe it to you, and you tell me if it was the Al Ewing. But it was the one where he was going around the Doc Green stuff. Do you remember that?
Oh.
He went around. He was deep howering all the other people.
You know what? I'm getting. What was the one? No, you know what? I'm thinking of. No, Al Ewing did write that.
Al Ewing wrote Immortal.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, this was the run before
What was
that.
the Weapon H stuff?
yeah,
That came out of Wolverine.
Yeah,
I don't know if that.
that's
he
a
looks
character that just got fucking just shit on.
Well, he's coming back with Savage Avengers.
Because that character was
That's a
that little mini there, that 6 run. It was.
yeah. I think
It ran more than that. It was 12.
Did it? Okay.
I remember selling it.
Dude, a couple of those variants are. I got that whole run are worth buku bucks now.
I was sitting out pricing Immortal last night from that guy who gave me the Venom run before.
I'm thinking that.
A lot of those, the first couple issues of Immortal are really pricey.
Yeah, I bought triplicates of all of those.
And then
First print?
Yeah.
Nice.
some of the Avengers where he had like
No
cameo,
Yeah,
with
I got
like
all
his
those
thumb,
too,
they're like
Every time you guys had a
$85. Yeah.
wall book, I bought it.
Nice.
Because I really think that Immortal Hulk run is going to be like, in 20 years, it's going to be like the Amazing 300
Yeah,
run.
it's
going
it
to be.
should
I think it's going to be that
it
big.
should help.
It really all depends on what they do with any of this stuff introduced in it. Like,
Yeah.
because the books that are worth money that I was looking at the hot list on last night
Yeah.
were all like appearances.
Yeah.
So if like nothing ever happens with those characters, they may or may not hold their value.
That's why I just, I've said it before, but that Old Man Logan run.
Oh, that's a great one.
I want that in movie form. I want that exact, not the Old Man Logan.
That we got.
Yeah, I want that exact storyline. God, that would be fucking amazing. Like where he's going, to save Spider-Man's or Hawkeye's daughter, and
I mean, it's
they're just
doable.
going through
It's
the
doable
wasteland,
now.
and then he just gets eaten by fucking Hulk.
The Hulk brothers.
Yeah, I mean that's a dark motherfucker. I mean Wolverine basically just murders the universe because he's.
I mean, he was already doing that.
Yeah, that was really good though.
I don't know why. Like I feel like that was the thing that you worry about kids like doing violent stuff because then they'll aspire for things. Wolverine was my favorite comic character as a 6-year-old. What does that tell you?
Do you even carry a knife?
I do.
Really?
And it's tiny.
Oh, tiny knife.
You don't need a big knife. But I
Only
would
closer tiny knife.
say, like, reading the new Marvel shit, this paper thing is
Well,
pissing me off.
Somebody said,
Pissing?
and I can't remember who
If
said
I was
it.
that close to a horse's wiener, I'd be worried about getting pissed on.
They came out and they said that it was a mistake or something.
Of course they did.
So the question is were they trying to switch paper to keep it at $3.99? Did the printer run out of paper and just ran it on this cheap stuff that
Like, do you
feels like
guys have
wet?
any of those spider punks?
I got one up front.
That thing felt like
Yeah.
wet.
Wet,
It felt
yeah.
fucking wet.
Yeah.
It
Water
was-
damage right from the
Yeah.
factory.
Yeah,
huh?
And-
I'm like, what
and
is
so-
the fuck?
So there's a million questions. Did the paper brokers that Marvel's dealing with, already selling this crap paper?
Yeah.
And they got to use it, or is it just what's left, or supply chain crap? I don't know what the real answer is, but I know that readers hated it.
Yeah.
I would listen. If they can't do the glossy paper, I get it. Go back to newsprint, dude.
Go to DC Supplier for fuck's sake.
But
They're getting fucking paper just fine.
I would.
And then
I
you see prints in Canada.
I
Do they?
think. Yeah.
Racist fucks.
I think
Paper's good.
that people would be
Eh?
just as happy with a good quality newsprint or Mando or Baxter or whatever paper they call it from back in the day.
Well, you're getting paper nerd on us.
Yeah, as opposed to this glossy shit. I know as an old guy, I got to move the paper around in the light so I don't get a glare.
Gotta get your bifocals.
Yeah.
Just fucking
Oh,
around.
don't even get going on that. But yeah, paper's going to be a question here in the future for sure.
How long do we go? How long do we go with printed books? Go
Forever.
another 15, 20 years? Comic books specifically, I'm saying.
Hopefully forever.
I mean, I would seriously, it'd be a huge chunk of my life missing if,
Well, there's
I mean, like, if they only put out stuff in digital, I feel like you're not going to see as much of a transition as there are readers for the subscriber wise.
Yeah.
You'll get people that are tech savvy will do it, but like anybody else, that'll be their jump off point. They'll be like, well,
yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
But I mean, guys, do you read digital comics?
I do not.
I don't either. I can't stand it. Like, I don't even
Yeah.
redeem the little free ones that Marvel
when
sent.
DC Universe stopped having streaming shows and they were like only a comic thing, I was like, I'm done.
Yeah,
When they migrated all the stuff over to HBO Max.
yeah.
Yep.
Did you pay for that service?
DCU?
The original one?
I just
Having access to Batman the Animated Series anywhere was
to me there's something to be said about paper, holding it, reading it, smelling it, as stupid as it sounds.
licking it.
I
Shitting
just
with it.
Are you kidding me? I don't do that to my books.
I just
Wrong with you.
love old paper. So speaking of old paper, not to get off new comics, but so a buddy of mine calls me up and he's like, actually he started texting me, he's sending me these pictures and he's remodeling a bathroom. Okay. And underneath the floorboards he's sending me pictures of these magazines. So I'm looking at these pictures and he calls me, he's like, yeah, I found these
Action number one.
no, he's like, I found these magazines and books. They're under the floorboards in this bathroom I'm remodeling in this old house. I'm like, dude, if you're near the house, I go, drop them off my porch. I'll take a look at them. I'll throw them away. He's like, yeah, they're beat to hell. So he dropped off a bag of these things. And I sent you the pictures of them.
Yeah.
They're all
Smoked.
they're smoked, but they were pulps from the 30s and from the 30s.
Super cool.
Yeah, it was
What's that one that you told me was a pulp first? The Shadow?
yeah, but these are like aviation and wings and flying, whatever. So I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. And the next day he sent me some more pictures and then he dropped them off. Another batch. And he's like, yeah, so a lot of times when linoleum first came around, they would put magazines or newspapers or paper or I don't know, whatever they could find.
Whatever, yeah.
on the floor before they put the linoleum down, because most floors in houses then were just plank floors.
Yeah.
So when they if you put the linoleum just on top of the bare floor, the lines from the planks will eventually wear into the linoleum, and you'll see like these lines. So to prevent that, they put down whatever they had, magazines, comics, and they didn't care because none of this shit was collectible. And so you have, that happens. And I've seen comics come in that people find in kitchens and stuff like that, and they're like golden age comics that just have the best color. They're better than being bagged and boarded, except they're half trash from the linoleum. Anyhow, this guy says, no, they're not down like that. These are just chucked in the floorboards in between the joists of the floor.
Insulation?
So that, that's the only thing I can think of is
Cotton
that they,
candy?
that they were trying to, use them for like insulation, and they're just chucked in there.
When I lay my linoleum floor, I'm gonna use pop vinyls.
Yeah.
It's the new fucking thing.
Honestly, like when people find stuff like this, it's almost like a time capsule, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so fucking. Like, you know, there was that
Also, there was-
age-old story that all
Pop-
comic.
Pop- Pop-
Oh, what'd you get?
There's a, I mean, like from the collection.
Oh yeah, what'd you get?
There's an alien, a xenomorph.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like I forgot what I was gonna fucking
No,
say.
the guy with the
Pops.
action comic.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You know, he's redoing his kitchen. He finds a detective and an Action Comics, and his wife. He finds the detective, and his wife's like, "You fucking, I'm sick of these comic books." He's like,
Oh my-
"Fuck you." Then he finds an Action, and the fucking broad rips it in half. She rips, and I think he still ended up selling it for like $350,000. The ripped in half one.
probably go to jail.
Then he divorced her ass because he got 1.5 for the other one.
I'd probably go to jail.
I would have.
We should go find old buildings in Utica and rip the linoleum off and give me my fucking comics.
My cousin actually did something like that, not for comics though. They were redoing their basement, and they like
Who, Brian fucking Harvey?
No.
That no good piece of shit?
his sister and brother-in-law, and they were redoing their basement, and they in the rafters they found like a I don't know, a colonial era gun.
No.
Yeah, I mean they ended up selling it for some boku dollars. So
God.
Yeah.
You see those things like people just antique road shows like
Yeah.
I found this brooch. Oh, that's
Yeah.
worth $47 million.
I found this down the old well on my farmhouse property, and we went down to look, and we found the brooch.
It's like a gold doubloon
Yeah.
from the Spanish invasion.
I definitely knew that show
One-Eyed
when I was
Willie
a kid,
found
but but you know what I always think of when I hear about the Antiques Roadshow now? You ever see the movie Grandma's Boy?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, cause that's like the old three ladies are obsessed with watching and that.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and they're like, hey, look, Grandma, get your tickets to Antique Roads. Get out.
That movie's not as good as people say it is.
What? I am a robot.
I mean,
JB, don't
It's
be
good,
mad at
but-
us.
Yeah.
I kind of put that in the same category as comic book villains.
What?
You know?
Lord.
Oh my God, no.
Yeah.
All right, back to comics. You know what else I read from next week?
Mm.
Is Catwoman Lonely City.
Yeah. I'll,
Quit it, fucker!
um,
Sorry, man.
yeah, so that's like a secret sleeper hit for you, isn't it?
What
Yes.
is?
Catwoman Lonely City. It's one of those
a
DC
black- Yeah,
oversized
it's a black label.
black label.
$7.
The story's really good. I mean, there's some stuff that I read and I go, what?
It's a what if. It's like what if Batman and Catwoman like died, or if Batman died
Yeah, Batman died.
and Catwoman like had to like live in Gotham without him.
Yeah, she actually gets out of prison like 10 years later
Oh,
and
yeah.
comes back to Gotham.
Uh-huh.
And when I first read the
Premise.
of it, I was like, huh?
Who
How's
cares?
this gonna work? This is stupid.
Mhm.
And I read the first one. First off, the art is phenomenal. What's the guy's name? Chang?
Chung.
Whatever his name is. He does
Peter Chung.
I don't know what his name is, but he does a great job.
Brian Harvey?
What's this poor Brian Harvey's problem? Are we gonna have to take him
Listen,
out?
Brian Harvey's a no good piece of shit.
He's my cousin.
Oh,
Which
Do we need to beat
apparently
him up?
Ryan thinks
Yeah, he doesn't subscribe to the fucking podcast.
he doesn't subscribe.
How do you know?
I'm
All right,
I see the fucking things. I see the
we need a list of the people that
You might
aren't
be
subscribed.
like audio wise.
We need a list of the people that aren't subscribed.
Yeah, and we're gonna go take care of them.
Poopshoot.com style.
It's a fucking
Yes.
infinite.
We're gonna go
Listen
take
here.
care of them.
Brian Harvey, you have exactly 6 days from this upload to fucking subscribe to this podcast.
So you really got like 10 days because you uploaded the last one like 4 days late.
Yeah.
Well, anyhow.
Yeah. So just fucking subscribe, Brian Harvey.
Yeah,
You piece of
Catwoman Lonely
shit.
City.
Call out his coworker James Milbauer.
You fucker, James Milbauer.
James and Brian work together.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Fuck you, James.
Where are they
and
working?
fuck you, Brian
Out for the
Harvey.
county,
Oh.
doing
okay.
something.
Doing something.
Brian Harvey works for the county?
Counting beans, probably.
Brian Harvey sexually harassed me when I was at the county building.
Did he?
He grabbed my balls and my asshole.
Whoa!
You know?
This is the wrong forum for that, sir.
That's the real deal. He really did that. And I'm fucked up over it. The only thing that'll make me feel better,
Is it he subscribes?
and likes.
Like and subscribe.
Oh my god.
And if you really want to give me a reachy, leave me a comment.
Yeah, don't forget about dude wipes.
Speaking of
I fucking did dude wipes last time.
Oh.
dude wipes, so I post the podcast everywhere.
Uh-huh.
I posted it on Twitter and I retweeted it to dude wipes. So we'll see what happens.
It's coming, baby.
Do you guys feel this is very dumb, but like when we were in here before the shop closed and Des was talking about listening to the podcast, doesn't that make you feel good? You're like,
Yeah.
A little meta.
Yeah, it's like pretty cool.
Makes you feel like we're not just talking to ourselves.
I only thought my mother-in-law listened, and well, that's about it.
Yeah.
Me and Elle checking out.
Well, and then she stopped and you got too vulgar.
No, she listens. She loves it.
Religiously?
Yeah, like my mom called me this morning, and I was like, Mom, you shouldn't watch the podcast this week. She's like, she's like, I wouldn't anyway. I was like, yeah, I tell a really inflammatory anal bead story, and then I proceeded to tell my mother the whole story.
She can't hang
She's
up.
laughing so hard that she's almost throwing up.
Yeah.
I kind of tamed it and made it safe for work, but even if that's
You
it.
probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah. So fuck you, Brian Harvey. I want to make sure it says fuck you, Brian Harvey.
Well, that's gonna be the next line of merch.
Yeah, no, first we gotta get the millennial shipper.
Wait, we were talking about merch on the last one. I was laughing so hard.
Yeah.
Oh, savage shit, or I think it was something about savage
Yeah, there's
shit.
a bunch of things, and most of them had my face on them.
Yeah, they all had your face.
Towards the end, I started to incorporate
big
YouTube, though.
calamari.
Oh, I'm glad you brought Big Calamari up.
I would appreciate it if you didn't. I'm trying to keep a low profile.
So we went to Tavallo last week over by Delmonico's.
How is that?
It was actually very, very, very good.
I hear it's fancy.
It's expensive. I wouldn't say
It's not
fancy.
any fancier than
I mean,
Delmonico's, is it?
It's less fancy than Delmonico's.
Did you see like schmucks walking in like Tiva sandals and
Yeah,
shorts?
people wore hats and shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wear a hat to Delmonico's.
Wow.
Yeah, because you're a
everywhere.
fucking
Yeah, I'm right.
backwoods uncle fucker.
Yeah.
You know? Shut your fucking face. So, what was I saying?
Tavallo.
Oh yeah. We get there and my wife's like, they're ordering calamari, and Hope goes, Big Calamari's gonna have something to say about that. And I'm like, and we start dying laughing. And she goes, what is that? And her mouth's like, what does that mean? It's like, oh, that's made of like fish lips and assholes or pig anuses or something.
There you go. Fish
I was like, my life is getting incredibly meta as the days go on. Yeah, so
That's how it goes, man. Like you do stuff and then like suddenly things happen. Like we were just talking earlier, going through the list of new shit coming out next week, and we were describing to somebody, like somebody was asking just randomly if the owner like ever orders anything, like for herself. Like she orders all the time.
does she?
Not really.
Yeah.
And then, but like literally, as we had that conversation, the next thing is, her initials right there are in the book for like who it's for, and I'm like,
Weird.
mind you, I mark this list every week, right? It's probably been 6 months since I wrote her name next to something.
What's your order?
Some Walt Disney book.
Oh.
Yeah, some like word for word reprint
Yeah,
of like
col-
Lion King or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So, but like, just very meta.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
It's kind of like kismet the way shit like that happens. Like you haven't thought of a word in a long time, and then you keep hearing that word
It's
everywhere.
it's like an error in the simulation.
Yeah, the glitch in the Matrix, dude.
Just call me free guy.
You guys believe in the simulation theory?
If I was in a simulation, I could probably think hard enough so that I won the lottery and I wouldn't be.
Yeah. It's gonna be pretty fucked up if you're stuck in a simulation and you can't like make things the way you want them.
Yeah. If I was in a simulation, I wouldn't need a kidney.
That's
Right.
like the dude that got pulled out of the Matrix. He's like, I want to get put back in.
Yeah, put me
I
back.
was like, yeah, fucking hey, I would too. If you're a millionaire balling out of control and,
Yeah.
why the fuck you want to be in the shitty cold?
And you got Rebecca Romaine fighting over your life with what's your chick from Underworld there, you know, what's her name?
Beckinsale?
Yeah.
She was in the Matrix?
No, but I'm just saying, like, imagine if that was your Matrix life, where those two were fighting over you.
Oh yeah.
Naked,
No.
maybe like naked
Naked.
fighting.
Always.
Mud wrestling.
I never really understood the whole mud wrestling thing.
Chocolate pudding wrestling.
A buddy of mine sent
Nacho
me.
cheese wrestling.
A buddy of mine
Maybe.
sent me a picture. He was down in Daytona.
Fuck you, Brian Harvey.
Jesus Christ. So my buddy sends me a picture, and it's this, wrestling tub, and there's two chicks in it. And I'm looking at it, and I zoom in a little bit, and I message him back. Is that coleslaw?
Oh my
Like
god.
a coleslaw thing.
And he just replied, "Yup." Yeah. So
Girls fighting in coleslaw.
It better be mayonnaise because the vinegar coleslaw
that would be dangerous.
that could get ouchy.
Yeah.
Have you guys watched any good movies lately? 'Cause I have I
I
watched.
watched Sonic 2.
How was that?
It was good.
I didn't watch
Carrey,
Sonic 1.
Jim Carrey went like
New
even
movies
more
or
in.
old movies?
Just
Well,
in general. New for
I
us.
sent you a movie recommendation that I think you watched.
Oh, yeah.
What did you We watched Jackass Forever.
Oh, did you?
Have you
It's
seen
on-
it?
No.
It's on
on
Paramount. Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
First off,
I think those guys are too old.
I think those guys are.
Are you too old to do shit like that? They
I-
basically didn't do anything.
Yeah, a few of them did.
No,
There was
they
a
got
lot of
other,
new guys.
Yeah,
Yeah, they got
uh,
other guys to harm their testicles.
Didn't what the fuck's his name? Didn't one of the oldies bust his teeth?
Oh yeah, he got his teeth knocked out by the bull.
What the hell's his name?
Not
Steve-O.
Joe. Oh. Yeah, he got. I mean, Bam wasn't even in it at all because
Well,
they had that
yeah.
big hole.
Well, yeah, they're not friends anymore.
I mean, Bam's starting to look like Phil Margera more and more as days go by. But I mean, he has issues with drugs, so.
Yeah.
those
We
drugs
don't
will
know.
get you.
So my buddy was over and I put it on, and it was on for like, I don't know.
There's a lot of dick shit.
It was listen. So it was
Yes.
the
Lots of them.
the intro part was
Refresh my memory.
what's his head does
Oh.
the dinosaur.
Yeah.
So that's on the screen. And Alex came in. I don't know where the hell he was with his girl. And Alex comes in. And he goes, "The hell are you watching?" And I go, "Jackass Forever." He goes, "Oh!" And he came right. I stopped what he was doing. He sat down. He watched the whole movie with us. And basically, it was three guys sitting around going, "Ooh, ah,
Yeah.
because
You guys?
yeah, because it was. We watched. What is it? An hour and a half?
Yeah.
You can't do more than 90 minutes of that.
Yeah, it's 90 minutes of these guys getting hit in the dick, over and over.
Like
I mean, I remember seeing a lot of stuff from the trailers. Like, there was the two guys, like, pedaling on the thing, and then, like, giant hand would, like, slap
yeah,
them.
that was MGK.
Yeah, I know.
That fucking guy is everywhere in all places. He's
Yeah.
like omnipotent.
Okay,
lately.
so there's another person that's kind of like that, and I want you to confirm or deny if he was in the movie. God, what the hell's his name? Post Malone.
He wasn't in the movie.
No.
I don't
He's
think
like
so.
everywhere right now
He's
too.
from Syracuse, ain't he?
He is, and he's big into magic.
And he's incredibly, like, I mean, I think that guy's one of the he's like a generational music talent.
He's all right.
Oh my god, he's an amazing
His
guitar player.
tattoos look retarded,
I wish
but
he would
he's all
come.
right.
I wish he would come here and play magic. He's gone to Brooklyn to play.
We'll invite him.
Hey, Post Malone, come to the shop
Yeah.
near Syracuse.
Yeah, put it on there. Hey, post.
Yeah, well, that fucking Brian Harvey pick you up in a rickshaw at the fucking airport. Fuck you, Harvey.
What am I gonna do? Name this episode "Fuck You, Brian Harvey"?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, but MGK is in everything lately.
Well, there was one scene. I can't remember which paintball episode it was.
Did they get
But-
Pete Davidson? He likes abuse.
The guy got shot. He's showing a bruise on his dick from the paintball,
Nice.
and you're just like, I'm just sitting there cringing.
Yeah, because you're looking at a dick.
Like
I'm pretty sure I've never bruised my dick.
No. Like I mean, you know, like I've had buddies who've like zipped their piece in their.
Ooh.
Have you ever
Ooh.
done that? Like I don't
No,
even know
Ben
how
Stiller
you
did that.
almost do that. Yeah. How'd you get the Frank Butter Beans? Beat the Butter Frank.
No.
Rock on veins, That's terrible.
Like I
But
just.
that was the movie.
Yeah. So I mean, Jackass was kind of like, I was a little disappointed. I saw every single one of those
Okay.
in the theater up till this
But to be fair, right? Like when you go and watch a Jackass movie or the show, even you're not like weighing this against like cinematic
no.
greats.
No.
This is. Did you get some laughs out of this 90-minute popcorn flick?
I mean, dude, Jackass was a huge. I mean, because
If I ever watched any
when
of those,
I was perfect age.
if I ever
17,
watched any of those,
16.
I would not rate them. Like I wouldn't review them just because they're just not really movies. They're
No,
like,
it was
it's a
Like
bunch of fun-
Jackass
it's a bunch
3
of
was
shits.
a very, very, very good movie.
we laughed our asses off.
Yeah,
I'm just not sure that the laugh was more than the cringe.
Yeah.
Because there was just a lot of
A lot of wiener mutilation.
yeah, like they played the paddle ball with the guy's dick.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, how do you get
So they did this thing where Chris Pontius put his dick inside like, 2
Plexiglass.
plastic plates, and then they butterfly nutted him down like 60 nuts and just made this thing his dick as flat as a piece of paper.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
And they're playing. Then Steve-O came up and played paddle ball with it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Would you
Yeah.
play paddleball with your piece?
I wouldn't do it with my own, let alone come over and help you
If
out.
you were hungry, would you play with Bry Harvey's piece? Cubs win.
He's more of a Boston guy.
What does that mean?
Yeah, it's Boston Red Sox.
Whoa.
Excuse me?
He's been a Boston Red Sox fan as long as I can remember.
He-
He's a Bills fan too. Though,
I know,
so
yeah, but so
You
that's
can't be both.
no, that's
It's against the law.
Apparently,
No, that's-
you're both.
All right.
Wow, your mind just got blown, huh?
Any other comics?
I'm kicking Saga to the curb.
Are you?
Yeah.
That's funny. We had a guy come in and buy the volume one today after a recommendation from the new stuff. Apparently,
The volume, I mean, that first,
Arc. Whatever.
just-
Yeah.
I
Killer.
mean, one of the best stories
I
I
haven't-
think in comic history.
I haven't read them. I got them in
it's
my...
regularly on the top 100,
Yeah.
50, whatever.
Have you read it?
Saga?
Yeah.
Never.
Oh, okay. I mean, I have the omnibus you could borrow.
It's good.
It's really,
the
really
first
So
one
it's-
is it 54
Okay,
issues?
so is it? So my understanding was it was like
Is
a
it
way.
more than that? Even 80?
It's like a way more
No.
better, like a way better fantasy version of like Neverending Story because it's like a,
No.
it's like a epic saga
Yes.
that never ends, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but it's like it's like sci-fi, but it's real.
How would you compare it?
It's Romeo and Juliet in outer space with weird shit.
Oh, outer space. Ooh. How would you compare it to the Zenoscope shit?
I haven't read any Zenoscope.
Never. You've never read any of that like
Grimm
fairy
fairy
tale
tales?
shit? Yeah, Grimm's.
No, I get them for Hope. She's the one. She doesn't even read them either.
Well, you know,
Huh.
she's a true comic collector then.
Yeah.
What did we order? My fairy godfather. What the heck's that thing?
I hate
Didn't we
Fairyland.
just order I Hate Fairyland?
Yeah, that was last week though. It was just a bundle of $1.
Ah, yeah, bundled dollar books.
Yeah, we told Ryan about it.
Yeah.
The
I love that fucking book.
yeah,
I'm still trying to get a couple of those.
I fuck Fairyland covers.
Yeah, variants. I need like 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you guys were talking about a new Scotty Young book, right? What are you
Twig.
saying?
Yeah,
Twig.
Twig. Is it gonna be like
it's like a little purple fuzzy guy.
Little purple fuzzy guy.
doing
Little purple
Is it
fuzzy
dirty?
guy things.
like is it?
I don't know.
Yeah, because Middle West wasn't dirty.
I mean, I
It was
hate Fairyland.
more-
It's probably the most vulgar thing he's ever done.
Yeah.
It's kind of been a league of its own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That book is just perfect.
It's very.
And Bully Wars too. That was really good.
I never heard that.
Yeah, he did a lot of Image stuff
Uh huh.
like that. It was cool.
Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't like to do main. Like he's like Alex Ross too. He's like he just covers for the mainstreams, but
No
you never
interiors.
see interior Scotty. Well, he did a little AVX like a couple of years ago. That was all interior Scotty.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. During the Secret Wars shit.
Yeah.
But
He did all the baby covers for that.
Usually, well, no. The book was just like all chibi X-Men versus Avengers.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so the interiors were him too. But like, other than that, unless it somehow can be skewed into that genre, he doesn't do interiors.
So we were on the movies because you asked me about
Oh,
movies.
yeah.
Yeah.
Were you talking old movies or new movies?
Just
I was specifically speaking about Jackass.
Oh, you wanted to
Yeah, I wanted to
queue up Jackass?
Yeah.
Oh.
you.
I wanted to see. I'm gonna watch Eternals this weekend.
Good.
I don't know why, but
You said that. You said that before.
yeah, I just gotta get it out of the way.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to see it.
Did you?
I keep watching Michael Clayton over and over.
Really? Why?
It's interesting to me. You know what pisses me off? Did I mention this? That you
Brian Harvey.
well, besides Brian Harvey, it drives me nuts when I'm looking. Like, I subscribe to a good number of streaming services, right? It drives me nuts when I look for a movie and it tells me the streaming options. And I go, oh, I have that service. And then I go to it and A, the movie isn't available there. Or B, it tells me, available now for $12.99 if you subscribe to Stars. No, I don't want Stars. I dropped my cable, which I had all that shit. I dropped cable so I didn't have to pay for Stars. I have all these streaming services. Just give me the damn movie that I want.
Nice.
And you know where else they also get you, like, say, like, I remember when Venom 2 came out. Like, I really wanted to see it. I wanted to see it in the theater, but we didn't go because of COVID stuff, I think. Then it came out and was like, well, this doesn't come out for another month and a half. But you can watch it right now for $7,000.
That happens a lot.
But no, I think it was literally $29.
Yeah. That sort of
my cousin Brandon bugging me for the longest time for that Moonfall movie that came out that was only in theaters for
like a week.
So like that right there was a red flag to me. Like, okay, well, you didn't do very hot.
What was Moonfall?
It was like some movie where like the moon was gonna crash into the earth. Came out like 2-3 months ago. Halle Berry's in it.
See,
a couple other like noticeable people.
I sort of get what they're when they do that with a new movie. I'm talking a movie from 1990 something. Just
what movie was it?
All right. So I watched Michael Clayton. I don't know if you've ever watched Michael Clayton. It's basically about a company that has a chemical that's like Roundup, so to speak. Mm-hmm. And they know some bad shit about it, and they try to cover it up, and they get sort of caught, and how it all plays out. But it's sort of interesting.
There's a movie with Mark Ruffalo like that.
Blackwater.
With fracking.
Darkwater, Blackwater. Yeah, that one's really good too.
The fracking one?
That was the Teflon one.
No, it's about Teflon. The one that I want to see is called A Civil Action, which has John Travolta. It's got early James Gandolfini in it. It's got a bunch of people. It's a really good movie, and it's about someplace up in like Massachusetts where they did tanning, and the tanning leather that those chemicals got in the water table and poisoned everybody and leukemia and all this shit, and how he tries to fight them with the
true story.
Yeah, it's based on because at the end it tells you what the guy's doing. And it's just a good movie. So I watched this Michael Clayton and I'm like, oh, I remember a movie that I like that's good. Let me go see if I can find it. Oh, go here. Oh, you can get Stars for $12.99 and see it, or go to Amazon. Oh, it's available for $14.99 on Amazon. No, I don't. I actually thought about buying it so I wouldn't have this problem, but that just pisses me off too. Just show me this movie. It's from like 1995 or something. Just
watching it, yeah.
Because how often do you actually rewatch a movie like that?
Well, I watch it all the time.
Yeah, it's kind of a problem. Like,
I'm
you can have 1,400 movies digitally, and you still go back to the same 10 movies.
I'm a wacko because
I really make an honest effort to try to watch things I haven't seen before. But like, if I'm not there to like sit and pay attention, I'll throw on something I've seen a million times because it's in the background.
Yeah.
See, I need background noise to sleep, and
not to sleep.
I've always slept with my TV on.
Uh-huh.
So.
Volume on too?
Oh yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
So it's like white noise.
Yeah. So I put it on, and now that like Hulu doesn't play normal when you just leave it on. So I've been putting on like Netflix, or I'll put on a movie, and that'll cut out by the time I'm asleep, and then it just plays the screensaver.
Yeah. Okay.
So I usually run through like a bunch of movies that are like the same movie. Like I'll play one on Monday night, one on Tuesday. I'll go back to the first one. I just watch them over and over and over again.
I'm kind of like that with anime.
It's like insanity.
I go to bed, I watch anime.
Yeah, it's insanity. So like last night was Michael Clayton.
Yeah.
The night before I watched Shooter.
Okay, Shooter.
McGavin.
Yeah.
How about this? Are you guys 007 fans?
Yes.
James Bond. Did you see the new James Bond?
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
No Time to Die. I thought it was like one of the best James Bond movies ever.
Really? I thought it was good.
I think the fact that they finally did something fucking different.
By killing him?
Whoa, spoilers.
Have you seen it?
Nope.
Fuck.
Thanks, Dick.
Well, you almost get that he's gonna die.
Yeah, the bad guy was a good bad guy. I mean, they got some. I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of the girl that was replacing him. Not nothing against her, just
Yeah.
it just wasn't I didn't get the same charisma from her that I got from James Bond.
Dude, they were hinting at a big secret throughout that entire movie, and nothing ever came, really.
Well, I think it was the kid.
Yeah, but still, I mean, you saw that coming down.
Spoilers?
The girl.
Oh, there's
His
a.
kid.
Yeah.
Is there a dog in it? Does the dog die?
No. And you know what?
Okay.
Fuck movies that have dogs dying.
Yeah.
My
That's
wife-
just an asshole move.
Yeah. Like my wife wanted me to watch
Little
My
Rascals?
Name. What's the Marley and Me movie? I was like,
Yeah.
no, because I know the cocksucker dies in the end.
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking see it.
Yeah. I hate movies like that.
Like John Wick.
Well,
Well, John Wick,
Well,
I knew that was
Still,
2 and 3, he's just a badass at that point.
Does he have the dog in
3 was fucking
I thought, he,
awful.
I thought he was dead.
The dog?
Yeah.
No, the dog died, but he got a replacement. And
Got a pit bull.
at the end of number 1, he got a replacement, and it was in number 2.
Oh.
What happened to the dog? Is it in number 3?
Yeah.
Oh.
What's its name?
Rover.
Parabellum?
Brian.
Brian Harvey?
Yep.
This fucking guy, yeah.
That's why I'm gonna beat. If I ever see the dog in person, I'm gonna beat it. So I'll end when the fucker subscribes.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
You're all
Did you guys get any new Juju Jam or any ramen 1/2 manual 3/4?
No.
Next Friday. I'll be kicking you out. I'll be like,
I love seeing this dipshit post fucking stupid magic bullshit.
That's
Like,
me.
well, you are a turd.
That's
no, fuck you. It was his. It was his Facebook.
No, I just reposted.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
just reposted.
That's fucking
Yeah.
dumb. You're not a magic guy, Bo.
We're trying to get
I
people to come pay for
double
shit.
tapped the lands.
What
You know,
fucking people on your Facebook are gonna come to fucking magic because you posted it on your shit?
His son.
Yeah.
He would come any fucking way.
Hey, listen to
I'm not
this.
friends with his son on Facebook.
I'm gonna tell you
what do
something.
think?
I did something very, very dumb last.
Let me tell you something,
Last
brother.
Yeah, last night.
What'd you do?
You'll never guess in a million years.
You cooked a steak, fucking well done.
No, I wouldn't do that. But what I did do.
Dude vibes.
No,
You shat away from home?
no, never.
Don't tell
I
me.
went and played Dungeons and Dragons last night for the first time in like over 30 years.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know whether
I wasn't there.
he wasn't there. I don't know whether to be joyful about this because it was kind of fun, or utterly disgusted by the amount of nerddom that I.
Where did you go?
I just over to down the road around the corner of this guy's house.
Why are you being so oblique about this?
Because I don't know if he listens. I don't know. I might say something bad.
This is his microphone.
Oh yeah. So like, the amount of nerddom that I injected straight into my veins last night should cover me for the rest of the year.
You have to be, if you go and do that, you have to be fully into it.
Listen,
right?
I have all my old shit from when I was like.
Did you wear a robe? Did you wear a getup?
No.
Does anybody wear a getup?
No, it's just normal. Yeah. So I have all my old shit from when I was a kid and played, but I can't find my fucking dice. So I had bought some new dice, and I went and rolled these new dice, and they rolled well, so I had fun. Yeah, weird.
I don't even know what you do.
You want to come? You pretend you're somebody else. That's what you do. It's acting. It's dumb.
Well,
The other
socializing
part-
with other people.
The other part is everything that happens in a video game, right? So like you go,
Oh yeah, it's like playing Skyrim, but without a video.
yeah. So I'm gonna jump over the cliff. Okay, well you roll these dice to see if you can
Make it
do
happen.
that. In the computer game, you'd go beep boop, and the algorithm inside the game would decide whether you made the jump. You're
What
doing.
if I say I want my piece to turn into a 3-headed dragon?
If you have that magical ability and you can
Do
do
you
it.
have to say ahead of time that your
Yeah.
piece can transform?
Yeah.
When you're designing your character, you could be like, and also there's the power to turn into a 3-headed dragon.
Yeah, my piece has the power to. Yeah.
How you feeling about that?
Yeah. And then you roll the dice
I
to
like
see,
it.
see if you can do it.
I like
Yeah.
you.
You have to roll a certain number?
Yeah, a certain.
Above a certain
Yeah.
number usually.
Yeah.
What's the outcome? You trying to get to said treasure or
Yeah,
buck a maiden?
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
You're trying to get all the girls and all the gold.
Is your wife involved in this douchery?
No, she would kill me.
She makes fun of you?
Yeah, she makes fun of me. I got home last night and she was like, "How was your Dungeons and Dragons?"
How was your dungeon meetup?
Yeah,
That's pretty great.
So here's the other shit part that happened. So I ran home for reasons in between.
You had to take a shit.
Yeah. So I'm on the
How
way.
far away from your house were you?
I was here. I was 28 minutes from home, and I still. But here's what happened. So I took my little blue car from here, and I'm going home, and
Shit yourself.
no, my brakes are grinding. Which,
Turtle head was poking out.
yeah, no, my literal brakes on
I know
my
what
car
you
are
said when I
grinding.
said
Right?
it.
So I stop at my brother's shop, and he had to go somewhere. He's like, "Let's take your car." So I'm like, "Okay." I drive in my car. He's like, "You can't drive this anymore. We gotta fix the brakes."
No shit, that's why I told you.
I go, "Okay."
Your blue Ford?
Yeah. So I go, "Okay." I go,
Is it here?
"No." I go, "Okay."
That's
well,
why you got the big one?
no. It gets even better. He's like,
Jesus.
"Yeah, we're gonna have it for at least through tomorrow." I go, "Well, that's great, but I gotta go play Dungeons and Dragons again." He laughs at me, but he goes, "Well, what about your big truck?" I'm like, "I haven't started it yet this year." So he's like, "Take your nephew
Oh, no.
and go start your truck." So we go over. Truck starts right up. Now,
Oh, the monster truck.
my monster truck is a 1997 Ford F-250 with these big giant redneck wheels, and it blows black smoke out the tailpipe. Okay, it's a real.
Humdinger.
No, it's a real eco vehicle. Yeah.
Eco less.
Yeah. So we get in the thing, we take it back over to the shop, put air in the tires, put new windshield wipers on it, put $40 worth of fuel in it. You know how much fuel I have?
A quarter of a tank.
Quarter of a tank.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you about a place kind of near home for you that's got really cheap gas as of last night.
Okay.
So I drove that to Dungeons and Dragons last night.
And you're still driving it today.
Drove
So
it.
you took your giant black steed?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
Yep.
So
That was my evening in a nutshell.
over by 233, as of last night, the very weird Circle K there has $3.92 for regular because I got a bunch of it.
On the four corners there?
Yes.
Where you going up? Okay.
Yeah. So have you ever?
It's a Circle K now?
Yeah. Have you ever been in there? Like recently?
No.
Oh, listen to this sci-fi adventure.
Oh, okay. So I got there last night on my way home. I was running out of fumes both in the vehicle and myself, so I needed some caffeine. I needed some gas.
And you had to take a minging shit.
No.
Yeah, did you shit?
No. I peed. But that's neither good. I had to go.
Anywhere.
So-
He's like a dog.
You have a bathroom fetish.
He's like a dog. He
You
just-
do. You're the one who brought it up. I wouldn't talk about it if it was up to me. So I walk in. There's nobody. Right? There's nobody in there. The doors are open though, and there's the register closed sign at every register. There's these weird things at the end now. They're like super smart cash register scanner things. And what you do is you take like anything that you're buying and you put them on them, and like it's not even a scan. Like I didn't have to swipe anything. There's no beep, and it's just like on the screen, like it like knew that everything that I'd put down there. So I put down like a 20-ounce drink, and it was just like exactly right. And it was like this. It knew exactly what everything was.
What?
I could add fuel. There was the option down there was like purchasing fuel. I clicked it, and I was like throwing $10 in the tank. Didn't see a goddamn person the whole time I was in there. And I paid, I got out, I filled up, I left. It's just so weird though. It was like 11 o'clock at night.
Welcome our robotic overlords.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What time?
11. I think I heard some rustling in the back of the store, but I never saw a
Could've been
soul.
rats.
I didn't see anybody. I could have been a thief.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, what if you just jack a bunch of shit?
I mean,
Cameras.
You can get away
Yes.
pretty fast.
what if I come in with a ski mask and there's nobody there to stick up? I just take things.
Try it. Let me know how it works
I'm
out.
not, because I work for 911, so I know who would be responding, but
Bring
Also,
Brian
I'm just
Harvey
not
in there.
also, I'm
Duct
just
tape.
not that-
him.
Have you ever seen a Norway rat?
no.
Have you?
Dude, pest control.
You been to Norway?
No, they're not.
We get like Norway and roof rats in upstate New York.
Are we delicious?
There's two different types of. Why? Have you seen a
They're,
Norway
they're
rat?
like this big.
Rats are intimidating in person.
Yeah, you don't want to meet a rat; they'll fuck you up.
One time we were doing, so Cargill Grain is like the biggest company
in the world.
ever.
Yeah.
Cargill Grain. Basically, they have their hands in everything.
Yeah.
Any food, anything that
Salt,
comes through.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Big,
at the Port
big grain?
Big grain, baby.
Yeah.
Big grain.
For real, big grain.
Yeah. So at the Port of Albany, like a lot of people don't know, but at the Port of Albany, New York has this, on the Hudson River, has a huge import-export terminal. Like all the cocoa comes in through Hudson Port. All the hardwood going over to Asia, because Asian countries don't have hardwood for building. So Vermont is a major import-export of hardwood to Asia. So we would fumigate these containers. So Cargill used to get grain ships coming in, and they'd go in these huge 40-story tall silos.
Now, is this the same Cargill? I don't know if you've ever been like to Rome, but you know, as you're getting off the exit for the base, there's a giant distribution center that says Cargill.
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
It's like
Cargill.
G-I-L.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure. So this is like some Raiders of the Lost Ark shit. So when I'm in a 40, it's like the size of the Utica Odd, but 40 stories. This grain thing, it's just huge. You can't see the sides of it. So I'm standing about waist high in the grain, and we take these giant rods and push it down into the grain and drop these pellets and crack the pellets to fumigate the grain.
Doesn't it chemicals all over the grain?
Yeah, dude, I could.
Yeah, just don't worry about that.
Fucking wild.
Yeah, don't worry about
It's
that.
wild. The shit.
Don't
Big
worry
grain
about.
is-
Don't worry.
I'm trying to dig
Don't-
deep holes here.
Don't worry about onions.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll tell you that after. So we're fumigating for boll weevils, anything basically that's inside of this container. So they start opening up these air vents, and they're pipes that go through that let the grain out through conveyors. And all of a sudden you just hear just thousands of scurrying. And I'm just like, oh, what is this? Must be the conveyor belts kicking on. But no, it's rats coming from the portal tube air vents that just feed on grain, gnarly, just never see the light, and they're just running around my chest. I'm petrified of all of that shit. And dude, let me tell you, like some nights when I first met Hope and we're like sleeping together, I would wake up because I feel like I have rats crawling on my face and my body. And God, that job, I don't know how I did that fucking job.
PTSD.
Oh, fuck, man. Rats are just, yeah, they're fucking bad. But when you cook with onions, do you ever wash your onions?
Yeah.
You wash your onions when you cook?
Yeah, after I've taken some of the layers off.
Okay. How many layers do you take off usually?
Couple, 2, 3.
Yeah, 2 or 3. So you probably don't get like a half an inch down into the onion.
Or maybe just a half
Okay. Well, I mean, like
inch. Rats?
no, dude. Like there's a chemical called methyl bromide. It's an oil-based pesticide, and we would direct apply this chemical. That if you're in a 60 by 60 square enclosure with an ounce of this stuff, it's going to kill you dead to rights in like 4 minutes or something.
Yikes.
And we're direct applying this oil-based pesticide to these onions en masse with a blower. So I'm just like,
I don't eat onions since you told me that.
it's like no wonder people get
Kidney failure.
Everything.
kidney failure, cancers, brain,
Doo-doo.
all this shitting all over the place. Brian Harvey, Big Calamari, all this fucked up
Oh,
shit.
man, I was already watching over my shoulder for big calamari. Now I gotta look for big grain.
Big grain. There's 3 bigs: Big Harvey, Big Grain, and Big Calamari.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Mr. Big from Sex and the City.
I never watched that horse shit.
We're men.
Yeah.
That taught me a lot when I was in college.
About what?
About what?
About
women-
40-year-old Yentas?
No. I mean, they were like 35 when the show started. And I was in New York
Kim
City.
Cattrall in Mannequin though.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Kim
Yeah.
Cattrall ever.
Sarah Jessica Parker at times.
Yeah.
Hocus Pocus?
In the right
yeah,
light.
Yeah.
She's one of those girls. She's
She's
like
a
the
Seinfeld, yeah.
I felt
Hocus
She's like,
Pocus, though. Come on.
Yes, yes, no.
yeah, 100%. So I only saw that movie for the first time like 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh,
and
man, you gotta actually watch movies.
no,
instead
but
of
okay,
saying-
but that one I watched.
He'll go see Sonic 2, but he hasn't
Yeah.
seen The Godfather.
I've seen The Godfather. I love The Godfather. It sits upon itself. For a little bit.
Rosebud.
No, but where the fuck was I going with this?
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Sarah Jessica Parker. So like
Hocus Pocus.
I saw
Hocus
that
Pocus.
and I was just like, man, who is that smoke show? And I'd already seen Sex and the City like 10 years ago or whatever. And then like I looked it up after. I'm like, really? This babe is that? That?
Even Bette Midler in Hocus Pocus.
All right.
I'd let her
with the-
digitally manipulate my butthole.
with the teeth?
Yeah.
With or without the teeth.
Without.
She could sing Wind Beneath My Wings while she's
No,
doing it.
she's in Get Shorty. I watch that one all the time too.
It's Shorty's a good movie,
yeah,
underrated.
yeah,
John Travolta really kind of throws me off though now.
yeah. Well, the problem
He's
with
not a real human being.
the problem with John Travolta is that for every great movie that he did or does, he'll do like 6 shit movies.
Best John Travolta movie ever?
Rhinestone Cowboy,
Face Off.
Look Who's Talking.
1 or 2.
1, 3,
Uh,
5.
I liked him in Pulp Fiction.
yeah, but I wouldn't call that a John Travolta movie.
Well, who else was in it?
Uma Thurman was on the cover. Samuel L. Jackson.
I would consider that a John Travolta movie over an Uma Thurman movie.
Yeah.
I'd consider that a Quentin
Yeah.
Tarantino
Don't
movie.
don't be a square.
Don't be an L7 weenie.
Yeah. Get yourself down to
What
Jack
movie is
Rabbit
that from,
Swims.
you fucking cocksucker?
Look if I know.
L7 weenie? You don't know what that's from?
No, I'm a millennial.
Al?
It's Airheads.
Dickhead.
Really?
No.
What is it?
Sandlot. Fuck.
I have seen
Oh, yeah,
that
that
too.
is Sandlot.
I've seen that.
I'll chastise myself later.
I
for
have
not-
seen that 2 or
yeah.
3 times. It's unfortunate.
It's American
My
classic.
favorite part of that movie is when they go to the carnival.
Oh, and everybody starts puking?
Yeah, because they got the chew. They got the red man. I'm like,
Dude, every kid has done that. Dude, throw a lipper in it in junior high and just starts puking.
I was.
So I had a buddy that did it before me. He was doing it for the first time, and I saw him throw up, and that was like I'm gonna not do that. Thanks.
Oh. I remember.
So bad.
I remember the day, the place, the time. I was at Mirror Lake in Herkimer with my buddy Dave. We were going fishing. Now Mirror Lake sounds like a beautiful place. It's not. It's like a cesspool.
Where is it?
It's up behind. Well, it's hard to explain now because there's no real way to get to
Oh,
it.
okay.
But it's behind the current jail. It used to be
Okay.
PNC, but it's back there. And we used to go up there, go fishing, and drink and party, whatever. But it's
Jerk each other off.
yeah, that too.
Nice.
So we went up there to go fishing. He's like, "Here, try this." And I took it was Kodiak Wintergreen, and I piled that in there. But we had nothing to drink, and all of a sudden, I put it in, and like 2 seconds later, you know what I'm talking about. Your lip and your face and your chin is on fire, and you're like dying of thirst. You're trying not to puke, and I'm just like, and all that there is to drink is the pond scum.
Oh,
Oh, no.
No, I didn't do it. I just threw
Oh,
up.
thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, my
Huh?
first time, my buddy, he's like, I was like, what do you do with the spit? He's like, swallow it. And then I just started, whoa, I got sicker than fuck.
Yeah. I got to the point I was chewing so much that I could swallow the red man.
Were you chewing or dipping?
No, red man, full
Because
leaf.
chew, you actually chew it, right?
Yeah, you chew it, you manipulate it with
That's
your
crazy.
manipulated.
I never
spit
seen-
everywhere. It's
Yeah.
great. It's the most disgusting habit in the world.
I loved, see, you know what? I used to smoke. I loved to smoke.
Yeah, these habits are fucking great.
Smoking is fucking awesome, kids.
Yeah.
I mean, it's horribly bad for you, but fuck, man, is it fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I miss those child manipulating commercials from the '90s with Joe Camel. He made me want to smoke. I never did. But
Really?
yeah, he was cool.
Like, New York State
I bought
bands.
my first leather jacket because of him and Fonzie.
Really?
Yeah.
You were like, I'm buying this for Joe Cool. You put the
Mm-hmm.
put the collar up,
Yeah. I
popped
know.
it.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Something.
Yeah.
Any fun plans for the weekend?
Going with my sisters for hoppity hippie hop 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 hop.
Getting practicing for next Easter.
Yeah. We did Easter last year, I think.
Yeah, only have to get on the ground and play with some kids.
What are you doing?
Working.
Sunday?
6 to 4 at 911, baby.
Overtime? Holiday?
Sunday to Wednesday. No, that's religious. You can't give you all time for that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. I forget.
Church and state.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I gotta do Easter.
You're making something special, probably.
I got it's deviled eggs.
Can I propose that like some Easter somebody like opt instead of making ham, like you make ham paninis?
No,
That's
so
great.
I was supposed to go to my in-laws, but
Yeah.
we got rained out.
Nice.
COVID. So we're not going down there. So now I'm crashing my mom's Easter dinner, and she doesn't do ham.
Does the tribe do Easter?
No, but she does the dinner.
Oh, okay.
I was asking about the tribe.
I don't know much about it.
What tribe are we talking about?
Tribe of Israel, you
Oh,
dumbass.
Yeah. You know your sworn enemies, you Palestinian?
Yeah, think about it. So,
Was I even saying the right thing?
I don't know.
Oh boy, Big Palestine.
Yeah,
Just another name to add to the
Big
list.
Harvey?
yeah.
That's the ultimate.
Harvey's Irish.
So yeah,
Big Irish?
No ham over there.
What are you guys having?
I don't know, some sort of. I think
Laka or
no, I
what
think
are
they're
you
doing.
Potato lock.
I think they're doing prime rib.
Gefilte? Are you having the 7 gefilte fishes?
Oh, that reminds me. So yesterday I went to a diner, right? Kind of like your diner from out in what's
Oh,
that?
that place is incredible. Whoa,
What
yeah.
the fuck was the name of that?
Kathy's, Christie's.
So I went to a diner yesterday. Yeah, it's like Carolyn's or something. It's the one in like Waterloo or whatever.
No,
Waterloo.
What was the name of that?
Battle of
place?
Waterloo.
Sharon's or Carrie's
Shit,
or
yeah,
Karen's.
Yeah. I mean, if you look diners
Meg's.
and whatever, it'll pop up. But anyway, I went
Fuck,
to
that place is good.
I went to a diner yesterday called Mimi's, right? It was called Mimi's Drive-In, but it wasn't a drive.
Locally?
North of Syracuse.
Oh.
So
Wait, it was a drive-in that you can't drive in.
this is just the name. I mean, I don't say.
Okay.
But it was the type, the diner with like the specials and like,
Yeah.
it looked like a diner.
Yeah.
And like the food was all inexpensive, and prime rib was the special, one of the specials yesterday.
Who the fuck gets prime rib at a diner?
Bro, so $14 got me this nice cut of prime
You're
rib.
like a 97-year-old man.
Salad, mashed potatoes and gravy, my drink,
No
$14.
roll.
roll.
God,
Actually,
oh,
it
gotta
came with a
be
roll too.
Butter.
It came with butter for me to butter my
Okay.
roll.
On the side.
Yeah. Dude, you can't beat fucking diners.
You're
I
so
love it.
fucking old, though.
How?
Did
you
you
know what
get
the
the
old people
clam
ordered?
chowder?
No. There was old people all over that joint. And the other special that day is what they all ordered, and that was chicken and biscuits.
Ooh, chicken
You
and
didn't
biscuits.
get that, you fuck!
Chicken and biscuits, though.
You got prime rib over chicken and biscuits?
Yes.
You Palestine fuck face?
Prime rib.
Yeah, but prime rib ain't that fucking prime.
That's what I
Me
got to
and
find
Al
out.
went to, where's that fucking place we went to in Rochester? Was it in Rochester? This guy had Greek, he had American, he had Chinese. This fucker had everything
that's
on
a
the
good
menu.
diner. I love fucking
What
diners.
do we have over there?
We were supposed to get the garbage plate,
Yeah.
but that
was
plate
a
was
special.
closed.
That was a special too.
No, you did get a garbage plate at that fucking joint too.
Yeah,
You
no,
got
that
like
was
a
the
half-ass
diner.
garbage
That was
plate.
the diner that we went to.
That was a different diner though. That wasn't a Waterloo
shit.
diner. That was
No,
Rochester diner.
No. You're thinking the Albany place where they had everything.
Oh
on the menu.
fuck!
And the guy came out and he said, "Oh, it'll be a few minutes." And I knew instantly from his Greek accent, I'm like, "This place is gonna be good."
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah. Was
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, and then we were talking to a couple fruits about Doc Martens or something.
Yeah, I
Fruits?
asked the guy about that. Yeah.
Fruits.
I need a
What's
new
that
pair
mean?
of boots, and I.
It means next time Squirrel Master come for you, he's not gonna be here to protect you. And when I come for you, I'm gonna want your cocktail.
What?
Exactly.
Fruit! That's what that means.
So this diner is north of Syracuse.
Yeah.
Was it a diner car style?
$14.99 for fucking prime ribby? That ain't bad.
That ain't a bad price. No.
That's actually real good.
Yeah, and that was just the normal cut. There was a bigger one you could have gotten. It was like a queen cut or something.
No, King is.
Or it was bigger for another like
Big.
$4 or $5.
Think about it. Did you get the Prince cut or the Queen cut?
The Prince cut. The purple album.
Did you get an appetizer?
He had my stick.
Whoa! Wait, fuckface.
Pretzel pub sticks.
Oh, there's close.
Yeah.
Dude, I'd suck the devil's dick right now for an Applebee's pretzel pups. You ever had
This
those
was better.
at Applebee's?
This was better.
No, fuck you,
Yeah,
really?
better.
Because those are pretty good.
Yeah. And they gave us both nacho cheese and honey mustard.
Oh,
Ooh.
cock.
Yeah.
So,
I'm starving.
yeah, you should probably eat dinner.
I'm gonna have to go to KFC or something. I want a sandwich. Popeyes open yet?
No.
You
Look at
check
the date.
time,
He's
you
got an
fuckers?
alarm set for
Got
it.
a-
Wow, when's it open?
The 30.
Is it the 30th? No, just the 15th.
16th.
Oh, fuck, man.
Peace and love.
Is this it?
Alright,
well.
All right, cut it off.
Peace and love. Fuck you, Harvey. You
Adios,
know I'm
Black
coming
Bart.
for you. I'm coming for you, Harvey.
Hi.
Oh, my fucking leg.
His leg.
Peace and love. Peace and love. Fuck you.
All right.
Harvey.
Cubs win. Catch you guys next time.